Look what showed up on the doorstep today. Yes, that means I weekend I bought a brand new welder. And unfortunately, I was somewhat forced to do it because the old miller kind of, even after all the last repairs, started having other issues. And right about now, I've got so many projects I can't afford to be without a welder that works. So I did a whole ton of research. Brands, manufacturers, options, etc., duty cycles. Talk about going crazy. Prime Weld was right there answering questions. Their support department was wonderful, to put it mildly. So I weakened and went for it. So here we got the Prime Weld MiG 180. Let's open her up, see what we got. And a little later on, we'll be throwing some welds down, see how she does. So let's see what's in the box. There we go. It's decent corners, support. And I probably should have set this on the floor to do this, which I'm going to have to. And we got box number one. Instruction manual. Nice little cheat sheet. Definitely a good amount of packing. And we have one MIG welder. Yeah, sorry, kid in the candy shop. I know I should look at accessories first, but I want to look at the welder itself. Dials are definitely nice and smooth moving. I'm going to reposition the camera a little bit to get some better close views for everybody. Let's move over to the accessory box here. Yeah, I made a chip brush and a little wire brush. And a little handheld face shield. This piece. Yeah, let me just set this up here because that'll be in my way. Let's look at the important things here. Now good, the large dens connectors. Good quality ground clamp. Of course, personally I'll be upgrading it because I like the bigger clamps. But that will definitely work good. And we got our stinger, stick welding. You guys will have to give me a little bit because some of these items they are good quality. They're just smaller than what I'm used to seeing in regards to sizing and diameter, because my stick welder is an old Miller 250, which the stingers are a lot bigger, but that's a good quality stinger. I can see that from here. And a good old adapter plug to go from that 220 to 110. Now this is nice to see. They actually give you a real hose. None of that clear braided junk that they pawn off as a hose. Just to give you an example, I don't know if I got a piece of it left. I think I threw it all out. Yeah, I threw it all out just because it's garbage, but it's that clear hose that has that rope braiding inside. I hate that stuff. And then you got to put the little bar bends on it. This is all nicely done. Okay, what else we got here? Got a spool of wire, which is definitely okay, 8 mils, that'd be 30 wire. That's nice to include. And we've got, hopefully it's okay, got a little squish there. That looks good. Good. There is something buzzing in here that I don't like the sound of it. But anyhow, it's standard regulator. Looks to be pretty heavy duty. Let's see what it looks like there. Did catch good. They do give you the adapter piece to connect the hose right up to it. So let me set that on my shelf there. And we've got extra rollers, which is definitely a nice thing to have. And the old blind man's got to get his glasses. Okay, so I got a roll for 30 and 35. Okay, next set of rollers. That's nice to have. And the spool gun manual with, it appears to be 2 extra tips. I'm not sure if these tips are going to be for the spool gun or if these tips are going to be for the MiG gun, but they're labeled 30. Let's take a look at the spool gun. That's a 30 tip. It's tight, so I'm not gonna. Hopefully I'm getting this on the camera frame for everybody. Okay, and it does come with a spool of wire too, which is nice, aluminum welding wire. Yeah, it's definitely a good length cord. I'm going to guess and go by what their specs here. If I remember correctly, this is a 12-foot cord on here. Set those there so I can sit on them. Alright. Let's see what I'm going to go. Alright, we got 2 extra tips with that. We'll look at this spool gun over here. That trigger is going to be a little bit weird for me to get used to. But it does feel nice. It's got a 30 tip on there. It's actually pretty nice. Now these are little things that's going to take me a while to get used to. Okay, and I guess this is I do like that wire strain relief though. That that's it there, and then we got our little adapter here. Okay. Well, there you have it, a quick unboxing. Hopefully everybody can see. And we got a cheat sheet inside the door too. That's nice. Hopefully I can get it to where the camera can show it. But that's nice right in here because you get your flux coated, your solid wire, your diameter and your thicknesses and rough settings. Okay, we got our switch right here for doing the spool gun irregular. Good spring load. The thing I do want to point out is this actually has metal rollers, which quite a few of them I've looked at, they're using plastic or a nylon type roller. So we got our double adapter here. And in case anybody was curious, it will hold a large spool. I always say empty spools just for little things. This is an 11-pound spool, it'll hold it. Which again is very nice because I don't like using small spools of wire. It's actually a pretty heavy metal case too. And we got our switch on the back for on and off, cooling fan, different duty cycles right there on the back in case anybody had a question. So far, I'm a happy camper. Get some welds going down, see how she does with that, and then I'll be able to make my final judgment. But for now, I think this is a very good choice I made. Give you guys an overview of all the parts that were included. Hopefully a little bit better than me being a kid in a candy shop and ripping everything out of the box. And again, I want to make a note that customer support slash tech support was great with these guys getting information and all that other stuff. I'm sure they're probably going, God, too many emails and phone calls from this guy to figure out what he wants. Doing some test speeds, see how it does, but started off a little cold and then went hot. Alright, let's go down, let's bring it back. Let's go. Using 30 wire, so that's going to be 17 and 207. The next one down will be 16 and 138. Right? Yeah, 16 and 138. Laying a nice bead. The 16, 118. That's way too cold for this steel. Yeah. I'm going to take with the 3 welds here.
Okay. Well, now you know what steel you're looking at.
Yep. I'm saying is you want to bring the camera in. Alright, that's the first pass right there. Okay, that's 18 volts, 276 wire speed. That one is 17 volts and 207 on the wire speed. That one's 16 volts and 138 on the wire speed. And this is 16 volts and 118 on the wire speed.
Wow. Alright, so you got like 5 minutes of video there.
Good.
It's right not shaking. Impossible!
Well, you can see the penetration if you look at the back right here.
You want that too?
Nah, I can just rambling. You can see that it actually cooked through, which is good. Cooked through and just got hot and then barely.
You sure you don't want it on video?
I'll forget how to explain it.
Okay.
Like I said, this is just guinea pig to get a feel for the welder. Now I gotta see what I got. We'll see how that works on just generic sheet metal for like body work and stuff like that. And of course my heater lens falls out. Did pretty decent on spot welds.
Dun, dun, dun. Beautiful.
Full penetration on the low setting.
Excellent. Happy camper.
That's it. Let me run a full bead and see what it does. At the end first. Yeah, it burns right through what you're trying to do. I think on the spot weld.
Okay.
Let me try to bring it down a little bit.
My arms are getting tired.
Sorry. It's a pretty good day of bringing down the amp, so good control.
Pretty.
Decent. I'm so used to the Miller welder trying to convert over to this. This is a pretty oddball part.
New age, new adjustments. Okay, stop it.
Let's see, that used to Alright, that's a 6013 rod. That'll be worth the test. That normally burns to just about everything. I'm gonna open up the front bay door because this stuff gets smoky.
Gotta check your other camera once the light changes. Okay?
Yeah. Well, that's good. There we go. Put a 60 amps. Definitely how to do that. max of 120 amp, it gets only 110 volts, so. That's not too bad, it's 1600. Amp, it'll almost still pushing through, so it's 120.
And now you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.